listening to the Not So Christian in Me show, starring Southern Girl.
Hello, hello. Welcome to the Not So Christian and Me show. I'm your host and the CEO of the Not So Christian and Me show. And today we have another great show. But alongside, I have my amazing co-host, Miss Nola J, in the building. What's going on, Miss
Hey
Nola?
yo, what's going on? What's going on? You can hear me now.
I know, huh? Look at you with that New Orleans. Hit me now.
ah,
Yeah.
no.
Without further ado, we want to go ahead and get today's interview started. Today's guest is a phenomenal. She's so phenomenal, and the reason why I say she's phenomenal because what she does for a living, it definitely has to come from the heart.
Mhm.
I mean, you definitely have to have patience for what she does, and me and Ms. Nola J are educators, and so we definitely know the passion that's needed to work with children, but not regular children. Like we talk about special need children, so
Yep.
it's take a special person like ourselves to work with special need
Patience.
children. Yeah, patience for one.
Mhm.
So without further ado, please help me welcome Dr. Sumiko Hamilton-Hervey to the building. Woo! She's the founder, guys, and the executive director of Smarty Pants Academy Center, which is the first special needs daycare. Can she get a round of applause for that? Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Like I said earlier, it takes a special person to take care of special needs children, and we commend you for everything that you're doing for our children. We love that, especially by being the first, special daycare. Like that's awesome.
Thank you.
So go ahead and talk to us. Tell us a little bit about your story. How did you get started? We want to hear
Okay,
all of that.
so I come from a family of educators. So I actually
Okay.
started out being a special ed teacher.
Okay, I knew it was in there. I knew
yeah.
it had to come from somewhere.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes. So as you know, while I was an educator, of course, being a special ed teacher, you get the parents and they're asking you,
Yeah.
where can I take my child? My child got kicked out of this center. Do you know of any centers that take a special needs child? And I was like, actually, I've never heard of that. Like
Yeah.
thing when I was teaching school back in 05 to 2010, and I got those questions almost weekly from parents. Like, where can we take them? This center kicked them out. This center can't, say they don't have the experience, teachers. So it was just something that, I mean, I always say God sent it to me, but definitely a passion of mine. And so when I realized it was a gap, not only in education per se, but also in childcare, I was like, okay, this is something that could be a big deal. This could be a big thing. So in 2010, I left teaching just due to the politics and all of that. And I started Smarty Pants April 2011. So Smarty Pants is a 501c3 nonprofit child care center for children with disabilities and their siblings. So not only do we just take the children with disabilities, we also take the siblings or maybe a cousin who may live together, so that parents don't have to make 2 or 3 stops. It's like a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, is this a full day center or is it after school?
No, it's before and after. We do have the little one,
Okay.
so we run it it's just like a child care center per se, on ages and age ranges and things like that. But we it's just for special needs kids. We specialize in child care for children with disabilities.
Okay, sounds good. Now, I wanted to, because I was going to ask you, do you guys accept all children, which is really good because you don't
Mhm.
find child carers that will accept. They're not equipped to
Right.
do that. And speaking of
Right.
equipped, I know you had to be equipped with paperwork.
Uh-huh.
So did you
I
have to do a lot of paperwork to get?
Well, actually, because we were the first center, we had to teach the state. We had to teach the food program. So I'm
Gotcha.
still teaching these people every day, that come to visit us. So with the state inspections, things like that, they had never seen a specialized center. So of course they walk in and they want something that's like the centers down the street. And I was like, well, no, that's not going to happen. I might have I might have one roaming around the classroom, or I might have sitting on a specialized chair. So I had to teach not only just the children, I had to teach a lot of state officials that
Got
are
you.
the people that we have to do this paperwork for every year. When they come in and do the licensing inspections, these pop-up inspections, even fire marshal, we can go into the health
Mhm.
inspector. All of these people who are used to seeing just regular childcare centers, when they come in, like, okay, I have to tell you it's a specialized center first off. So let me just give you of how we run our day. So a lot of that was, it was just wasn't the teachers and the parents. It's everybody pretty much that stepped foot in the door.
Wow. So there was more legality that was
Yeah,
involved versus
yeah,
a regular daycare. Oh
absolutely,
wow. I kind of
absolutely.
figured that. I kind of
Mhm.
figured that.
Right.
How many kids, how many children can you take in your center?
At my current center, we hold 60. I just got my
Oh wow.
pass for my new location that we're having the grand opening for, and it's 180. So I
Ooh.
actually added
Wow.
a little bit more space because
Mhm.
when parents find me for my current location and we don't have the space, because I kid you not, I've probably had a wait list for about 4 years now. We
Oh,
typically, the kids, when they find us, typically don't leave unless they move out of the Houston area.
okay. And I
Okay.
see your first location is in Cypress. So is that a full enrollment right now? Is it full?
Yes, our Sci Fair Center has probably been at full capacity for the last 3.5 years. They don't leave, and that's Sci Fair based ISD. So our new location is going to be located in Katy, where we can service the Katy Independent School District.
How long can the kids go for? What's the ages?
My oldest is actually 22 right now, which
Oh
Oh,
that was
wow.
yeah, that was another one of those legal things that I was kind of pushing for so that my kiddos could stay with me a little while longer compared to the age 12 at regular daycare centers.
yeah.
So are both of your centers open at the same time? Going to be open at the same time?
Yes, they'll be running the same hours every day, Monday
Look
through
at
Friday.
you. Look at you. So what
Uh,
made you go to the Katy location?
Well, I've always
Uh,
had a few Katie babies, so
Mhm.
and I do still have a few Katie babies at my side fair center. But those children, I have to bus per se, so that means I have to transport them to school and pick them up. All of my side fair babies are bus via the school transportation, so it makes it a little easier on my staff to be put, and I don't have to have anybody out doing transportation. So Katie has always been one of those big places. They welcome us with open arms. We take field trips all over Katy. They know the population and myself very well. So I needed to go to an area that was already kind of known that I know needed the services. And then I have some babies there that's going to be transferring from one center to the next, which will free up a couple spots at my side fair center.
okay. So what should we be expecting at this grand opening,
So
Katie?
Saturday, March 4th, I'm so excited. You guys have no idea. After 12 years in business, I really never thought about opening another center. But here we are. Another center will be open March 4th from 10 to 12. We're going to have a blast. Me and my kids, we like to party. I tell everybody we celebrate every holiday. That's just how I've always had my center. My kids they expect those things. So March 4th from 10 to 12 at the Katy location, which is located at 5030 Franz Road, Suite 108, Katy, Texas 77493. You can expect food. We love to eat. Of course, we like food. We love music. We're going to have face painting. I got a train coming out. I got sack races, three-legged races. We're doing it as a carnival type theme. So you can expect snow cones. We got the cotton candy, the popcorn, nachos, hot dog, you name it. I have put into this grand opening because I want the community to come out and see a
Yeah.
place. I want the
Yeah.
community to come out and see the children. They're a fantastic group of children. And it's not only for special needs kids. So let me say that. I'm a
Mhm.
lover of children by nature. I love all kids. I just happen to care for, a special population, which is dear to my heart. But I want all the kids to come out and celebrate and have fun. I've made it available to everybody so that they can see our center. It's such a cute building. I want everybody to come see it. We designed it to be a very, very cute place for these new
I,
babies.
I can't wait
It
to
sounds
see some.
exciting.
It's
Are
so
you fully staffed right now?
Yes, I'm actually in the process of hiring. And I always tell people it's not about your experience because I'm a great, I like to say I'm a great trainer, but it's hands on with my babies. if you have a heart for them, it's no. I tell people I can go to work with a lot of heavy things because it's life. We all, we all are doing life, right? And things
Yeah.
happen. But when I step foot in the center, I have babies that change my whole attitude on things. So
Mhm.
I love for people to come out and just see them all have fun. They're just regular kids, that's been diagnosed with something that they need extra special care for. And that's okay. That's what we're here for.
Okay, yeah. And so I don't know if everyone knows, but it is March is also not only is it the Women's Month, but it's also National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. So what are some of your plans to bring forth that awareness?
You know what we do? I try to do something every month, whether it's a
Yeah.
special month for us or not. So March and April, because April is autism awareness. So many
Right.
my children are autistic. So I can tell you in March, I do a lot of talking to the school districts. I have a lot of that going on. Just talking to different teachers, gen ed teachers, counselors, whatever is needed around Sci-Fair and Katy, because those are the two districts that I work really close with. But in April is our big month for autism awareness. And we normally do a Rip the Runway show. We do a fashion show like no other. My babies change 4 and 5 outfits. We
Oh,
celebrate
Oh, wow.
Houston Race Park. So we're doing that. I believe the date is April 21st. So
okay.
I'll get that information to you guys. But it's a Rip the Runway. We've done it for the last 5 years where they pick costumes, they pick their favorite music, and we just rip the runway. We let them change clothes. People have never seen any fashion show until you see my babies rip the runway.
Oh man, I'm excited about that. Wow, that's really nice. And I know it builds confidence in our
Oh,
Man.
babies, you know. They get up, they go down their runway, they just,
oh,
they feel it. They
verbal, nonverbal. I had one that hadn't practiced last year at all. He
Mm,
never wanted to practice. He sat,
yeah.
watched us, but when that day came,
Well,
he stole the show.
he
He
was a
stole
natural.
the
That's what it is.
he
Yes.
was like, I didn't need no practice. I got this.
No
Oh
practice at
wow, that's
all.
so
Yeah.
awesome. And I know the
Yes.
parents love it as well.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
they
My parents are an amazing group of parents. You know,
yeah,
well, they support me. That if I say, we got this coming up, they're gonna make sure the tickets are sold. They're gonna make
that's
sure the audience
good.
is full. They're definitely gonna be there on Saturday. And I tell people, come. I have a group of parents there. You can ask any questions. They can tell you the pros and cons of
That's
Smarty. They can tell
good.
you fabulous things that we do with their children. They are like the main media source for my center. They're gonna make sure whatever Miss Hamilton needs, Miss Hamilton gets.
That's a
Okay,
huge blessing
okay.
right there. That's
That's
definitely
it.
a huge
Yeah.
blessing.
Mhm.
So talk
Now,
us through your center. Like, what do we have in your center? What are some of the rooms or
So we have in our current center, we used to have an infant room, but we got rid of that at that particular center just because we didn't see the huge need. But at the new location, we got our infants coming back. So which has been
okay.
a blessing because a lot of people in the last couple of days have been calling me for that. It's very hard to find that care for those babies when they're
it is?
young. So we
Yeah.
have an room. We got a super cute pre-K room. I don't want to tell the themes because then I'm giving out too much.
Too
So you
much, yeah.
can open
Hold
that.
some of that.
Yeah. So we got a pre-K1 room, which is for our 18 to 2-year-olds. Then we got a super cute room for our 3 and 4-year-olds. We have our schoolers room. And then in this center, which made it a little bit special for this Katy location, is that I inserted a quiet room. So that's when my babies are a little bit too stimulated for a
Mm,
regular classroom. I've made a room where it's padded, bean bags. It's going to be nice, quiet
good.
in that room. A lot of just low tone colors so that when they're a little riled up or they're having a hard time processing, whether it's early in the morning or when they come in from school, they can go in that room and just chill out. That's a real special room that I needed that I'm going to create at the current location because I have space for it. But that was the room that I said for Katy, it has to go. Then we have a super cute cafeteria, very huge, that we'll have all of our good food and our snacks and stuff that we like to eat over there.
I love the fact that you specialize in different rooms for our babies,
Yeah,
and that goes a long way because a lot of
because they
people
need
don't
it.
know what it takes
Mhm.
for our babies, and you know how to have a room to so they won't be overstimulating. And a lot of kids need that. They need like a quiet space so they won't be overstimulating because the first thing in the classroom, the general ed teachers will say, well, it's a behavior issue. No, it's overstimulating in this classroom. He needs to
Yeah,
be in somewhere where it's quiet, soothing music or something like
exactly.
that because there's too much going on.
Absolutely.
So they
Right.
losing their mind. They
Right.
thinking
Right.
it's a behavior, but it's
And I
because of
think
the
that's
Right.
environment.
I think that's one of the big issues in the public schools and the
Mm,
private schools and the charter schools as well. They haven't caught on to what our kids really need. We
Right.
yeah,
definitely should have some type of quiet room in every school across America.
Yep.
yeah,
Because
yes.
you label them behavior children quick. You'll say, "Oh, that's a
Mhm.
behavior," and no, it's just he needs or she needs time to process all of this,
Right,
or maybe it's just a little too noisy for me at that moment. If I take
right.
2 minutes in a quiet room where we have this soothing music going on, then I could go back to my regular room. But I need that time to just calm myself down a little bit.
And
Wow.
sometimes even just all of the stuff in the room, like if there's too much things in the
That,
room, that's
Mhm.
overstimulating. So
yes, it
yeah.
is.
That's
Yes,
so
Yeah.
true. That's so true. Well,
So
you are definitely well qualified for this role,
thank
overseeing all of these daycares. And the reason why I say all of these daycares is because you about to multiply.
okay.
Okay,
you.
you're gonna have them all over
We
Houston,
have,
all over Texas, because
have
I'm
to
claiming it on the Not So Christian to Me show because this is something that's needed, and you don't
Mhm.
hear anything about a special needs daycare center. So this is so awesome that God laid it on your heart to do this vision. You stepped away from your 9 to 5 and you say, you know what, I'm gonna step out on faith and do this. So I commend you for that, and I'm thankful that you stayed obedient and you did what was on what was placed on your heart, and that was a gift for you to help special needs children. So you go, girl.
thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
You have all of our support at the Not So Christian Me show.
Uh-huh.
Thank
So,
you.
so speaking of support from us, how can other people support you? How can we partner up with you? Tell us a little bit how we can help you in
Well,
those
because
areas.
we're a 501c3, we
Okay.
take donations, of course, and everything doesn't have to be monetary all the time. I always
Yeah.
tell if you got an extra set of wipes, that a box of wipes, or
Gotcha.
some pull-ups, things like that, that we go through a whole lot of on a daily basis.
Hmm.
Gloves, things like that. That's more,
Yeah.
we're open when it comes to that. So we always have people stop by. Matter of fact, I had a lady call this morning and she spoke with my general manager, and she was basically saying, I have a box of pull-ups that I want to hand deliver to you guys. And we were like, fantastic, fine. We love all
Hmm.
that. Toys, that gently used toys. My,
Yeah.
love those type of things. I mean, I can have an 18-year-old that loves a toy that we would give to our 3 and 4-year-olds.
Mhm.
That's good. That's good.
So throw those things away. If you have those things, trust me, we'll take them off your hands, no problem.
Look at God. I
Yeah.
will make
Okay.
sure to donate
Right.
something. And come
Thank
on,
you so
Right.
Alexis.
much.
Right.
Lanier,
Thank
thank you,
you.
girl. You spoke it. You
Thank,
spoke it. That's
thank
what you
Definitely.
you.
need.
Thank
That's
you.
what
Definitely.
it's all about. Working
Yes,
together for one
absolutely,
ultimate goal, and that's for our
absolutely.
babies.
And I
And
appreciate you
no
guys. So
problem. I appreciate you too. So, how can a parent enroll their child? Is there any qualifications?
So actually on Saturday we're going to have enrollment there as well. We're going to have a
Okay.
table full of, enrollment packets, but if they can't make it out, if you can't make it to the grand
Hmm.
event, okay, too, they can contact me and I can give them like social media handles. I mean, Instagram, it's Smarty, SMARTIE, Pants, HOU. They can follow me there. Then we have our Facebook page, which is Smarty Pants Academy Center on Facebook. They can send me a message there, or they can go directly through our website, which is smartypantsacademy.org, and they can send messages there. It comes directly to me and my a mission staff, and so we can get the information to the parent if they can't make it to the grand opening to come, or they can just give me a call. That's possible. The phone numbers are all over the social media accounts and handles, and so they can give us a call at our side fair center
Hmm.
until we get our number up at our Katy location, and we'll have somebody reach out and give them the information too via email.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you
Yeah.
so very much. This has
God,
been an awesome interview with you. And before we go, do you have any final thoughts tonight?
I always tell people it's not about
Mhm.
me. So when you see
Yeah.
me, just know that I was the one who kind of God gave the gift to, but I'm all about my children. So I
Yes.
always say
Yeah.
you can always forget my name. Dr. Sumiko Hamilton-Hervey can step to the back. If you remember the Smarty Pants Academy
Mhm.
Center, that's the biggest because it's about this group of children who a lot of centers couldn't care for, not because they didn't want to, but
Mhm.
a lot of them just don't have the experience. And I get it. Every day is different for my babies at my center. Every day is different for my staff. By the way, let me shout out the best staff because I'm just a small piece to this big puzzle.
Yes.
Some amazing, fantastic ladies that come every day in and day out to help me run this center. So shout out to the Smarty Pen staff at Site Fair, the Cypress location. You guys are amazing and they know that I love them. But yeah, don't ever think about me. When you think about Smarty, think about the amazing children and the parents that help
Yes.
every
Yeah.
day. Because if it wasn't for us, a lot of our parents couldn't even go to, they couldn't work. They
Yeah.
Right.
they could be homeless to the point where they're out on the street. So I have to thank you guys, ladies like you, for giving me the opportunity to share my vision and my center, not only for me but for my babies and my parents. They appreciate you, ladies.
No
Yeah.
problem. Thank you so much. And
Thank
we
you.
pray that God will continue to open up many, many doors for you that
Thank
no
you.
man can ever shut. You have all of our
Thank
support
you.
at the Not So Christian to Me show. And I want to thank everyone who tuned in today. If you guys are interested in being a guest on the Not So Christian to Me show, please feel free to reach out to us on Instagram and Facebook at the Not So Christian to Me show. And feel free to sow a seed through our Cash App, $ TNSCIM. Until next time, remember that no matter what you guys are going through, God will always see you through. Stay blessed
Yeah.
up. Bye.
Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you so much.
Bye bye.
Bye.